Alright guys, so this is going to be a live play of Star Trek Tackling between Alex and myself, David, from State of the Federation. Alex is a member of the Facebook community, and what we're doing is a 150 point Fleet Pure Challenge. I'm going to pull up fleets here. I did a 150 point mirror universe fleet, and I'm running the ISS Defiant with Miles O'Brien, the independent Klingon fleet captain, to give all of my crew a 1 point discount. Rebellion is my elite talent. Jadzia Dax is my crew. Julian Bashir and Tasha Yar. So I have the Regent's flagship, captained by William Riker and Admiral Worf. I have the Enterprise D mirror with Mr. Spock and Hikaru Sulu as crew. The aft phaser emitter as a weapon, just so I can get a rear shot. And then I have two Constitution classes with Skill 1 captains. That is my fleet. And Alex is running. Let me get that set up. Alex is running the Sutherland with I have the wrong fleet there. He has the Sutherland with Picard 8 from the Enterprise E using a tech slot. Shelby for the reroll potential. O'Brien from the Defiant to repair shields. A positron beam, multi-adaptive shields, and a dorsal phaser array. The U.S.S. Defiant with Mr. Spock, Tom Paris, and Dmitri Valtane. A secondary torpedo launcher, quantum torpedoes to actually activate that secondary torpedo launcher, and tactical stations. And then he has a generic Defiant with Ben Sisko, the Federation fleet captain for +2 captain skill, and removing disabled tokens from his Federation upgrades, which I really like. Deanna Troi to disable one of my captains, secondary impulse reactor, transwarp drive, quantum torpedoes, and photon torpedoes. So he's going very secondary weapon heavy. Now, I have a moving webcam. So I will apologize ahead of time for shaky cam. I am trying to do my best. My computer is not liking me. I know I am dropping a lot of frames here. This video will be analyzed on State of the Federation tomorrow, Tuesday, April 21st. So look for it there. And we're going to get actually setting up and playing here in a minute. So hang tight. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, so let's. Oop. I have a feeling that my camera will be crashing a fair bit here. Hopefully not into any ships. So yeah, let's get some ships on the board. So I'm going to actually pull everything off here. Sure. And then we're going to deploy in order. So Alex has initiative at 149. because, well, why not? And I have 2 level 1 captains.
So, do you deploy your level 1s first?
Yes.
Very good, go for it.
So I'm going to make life easy on myself. And I'm going to deploy over on my end. I'm going to see what I can see here. I'm going to deploy here. And there. Alright, so does that give you a decent idea about where I am? Alrighty. And so now my next low captain is a 6. I believe you also have a 6.
Indeed, Mr. Spock.
Yes, so I believe now your Spock is the next to deploy. Because of initiative, you do everything first.
I shall deploy him.
And I'm willing to be very patient with you and help you out however you'd like to do stuff.
I will have him coming in from the board where you're along the same axis as your laptop. So yes, roughly where range 2 ends.
Okay.
On your ruler.
So about here?
Yes.
I'll give you a close-up there. So something about there. And then relative to the end and range 1, how does that look to you? You want it closer up, further back?
Yes, to the very tip of range 1.
Okay. There you go. You are as far up as you can go without me getting out a micrometer.
Magnificent.
All right. So.
And now your 2 7s, I believe.
Well, my 6 first. But yes. So I will do my 6 and my 7s. My 6 is going to come in and just go right on the edge over there. So right near the edge of the board, very much on the edge there. So
very good.
My and my 7 with Captain Spock and Sulu. The Enterprise is over on the outside of the other Constitution. And,
okay.
And then my 8, let me give you kind of a wide scope. That is what my fleet looks like in total. With the edge of the board being from the Defiant, and then the Enterprise D is near the middle of the board.
Okay. I see it.
All right. So your 8s, and you can place them in either order. Since you have, I'm going to hold my camera while I'm moving a lot of things, just so. All right. Here. So, see how good I can get at doing maneuvers with one hand. And that ship will do a battle stations.
Of course.
Since it has it. My other mirror is doing a 3 bank to its left. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong dial. It's still doing a 3 bank, but I flipped over the wrong ship.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. All right. And that ship will also be doing battle stations. You can tell this is a running theme with me. All right, I believe that puts us at your 6.
Yes. He performs ahead 2.
Okay. And just moving dice off the board because we're very quickly going to have ships running into ships. All ahead 2 for Mr. Spock. Okay, and okay. To save you the trouble.
Actions will be scan and battle station.
Okay.
I don't think I'm in range of anything, but
right.
Stands to solid things.
Yep. Yeah, you were out of range 3. So, all right. My 6 is doing a 3 bank to the left. And I fear I have collided with myself, but this early on in the game, that is just fine with me. So yes, I did in fact collide with myself, and that is the results of it. So no action there. Yes. Constitution class, get out of the way! All right. The Nagvar will be doing a 3 ahead.
Okay.
So that puts it right there. It will do a battle stations, and then Riker's ability is that each time I perform a battle station, an evade, or a target lock, I place an additional token of the appropriate type on Riker's card, and then during the activation phase, I can spend a token from Riker's card to do the corresponding action as a free action. And Riker does not trigger himself, but just informing you thusly. And lastly, Spock will be doing a 3 bank. I fear, yes, I did in fact collide with myself there.
I was wondering, David, do you have like an iPhone or a digital camera of some kind?
I do have an iPhone, but
if you could take a photo of the board and Facebook it, because that would give me a good idea of quite a clear picture, like at the end of maneuvers, to know what's clearly going on.
Sure.
Would that be alright?
Sure, I can do that.
Glorious.
So
Thank you, David.
Yes, I will get on that after you have executed your maneuvers. Yeah, that way you can prioritize targeting, and that's always a good thing.
And yes, I can make some subtle maneuvers. I will, with the Nebula class, Jean-Luc Picard's ship, ahead 4.
Head 4. Alrighty. So. Right. And again, to save you the trouble, you are outside of range 3.
Okay.
Just barely.
Good to know. And Benjamin Sisko will ahead 4, but use his Transwarp drive to go ahead 6.
Ah, okay. Did you want to do actions with Picard?
He's not within range of anything at all, is he?
No, so it won't matter.
No, in which case we're fine.
Okay. So give me a moment to go perform Sisko's maneuver. And again, Sisko is going to be out of range by a lot.
Okay.
Is there anything special that you wanted to do there?
Nothing. No reports here. Nothing at all.
Okay. Okay. Yes, as every good Star Trek Attack Wing player knows, round 1 is all about positioning, and round 2 is where the excitement happens. It is doing a 4 straight. Of course, I can never find that maneuver template when I need it. But isn't that always the case? Oh. Alright. So, that ship is kind of taking up position between 2 ships, and it will do a battle stations.
Is it in between any of my ships?
Yeah, it is. It is about halfway. Well, it's pretty.
Yes, from the Sutherland.
Yeah, it's pretty close to the Sutherland, and I'm figuring if your Defiant turns in, so it's going to have a shot on something, and it may get shot by 2 things. But the whole point of that maneuver was basically don't get in the way, because we saw how well that worked last time, aka that.
Yes.
Yeah. So my other constitution is, well, also doing a 4 straight. I think we have a slight theme here. All right, and that ship ends up right about there. And surprise, surprise, it will be doing a battle stations. All right.
Only in range of my ship.
Yes, it is. I'm actually going to use. I have a special acrylic template that only goes to range 2.
Okay.
Just to prevent bumping. It is just outside of range 2 at the moment. Or just, okay. Sorry, just at range 3.
Of the Sutherland?
Of the Defiant. The Sutherland, it is there. Let me check it to range 3. Yes, it does make range. It would make range 3 of the Sutherland.
Very good. So you've moved both your constitution.
Yes, I believe that moves us to our 6s, which.
So Mr. Spock moves ahead too.
Ah. Yes, that is not going to cause a collision. I believe that gives you. Yes, that would give you range 1 on the Constitution if you want it.
What about the Regent's flagship?
I believe that is. Yes, that is that far out of range 3.
Okay. What other ships are within range of the Defiant?
Nothing makes range 3 at the moment.
But other than the Constitution class?
Just that Constitution class. It is very likely that the Regents will move within range 3 and quite possibly the ISS Defiant. It's just that they haven't moved yet this round. So.
Very good. I will scan and evade.
Okay. Alright, so we've got a scan and an evade. Alright, so the ISS Defiant is going ahead 4. I believe that puts it in a position where the U.S.S. Defiant can shoot it, and it cannot shoot the U.S.S. Defiant.
Very good.
Yes, very good for you. Very not good for me. I will take I will take a battle stations.
Very good.
I believe that puts it to my 7s.
Indeed it does.
Alright, so the Regent's flagship is doing a 2 straight ahead. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, no, I believe that does let me clear. Yep. So. I am. I'm checking a couple of things before I do anything. Yeah. All right. For my action, I am going to target lock. I'm going to target lock the U.S.S. Defiant. That gives me a Riker target lock.
Of course.
And then I'm going to trigger Riker to place a battle station token.
Of course.
All right. Now, the Enterprise D is going to do a 3 bank to its right. And all right. I am going to use Mr. Spock. So during the activation phase, I may perform one of the actions on any of my upgrades as a free action. If I do so, I place an auxiliary power token beside my ship.
Very good.
So let's go ahead and do that. Now, he's going to do that to activate Hikaru Sulu. Sulu says, disable this card.
To acquire target lock on an enemy ship within range 1 to 3, then perform an action listed on your action bar as a free action. This is a lovely cycle of events.
Yes, it is. So he target locks the Sutherland, which we can see is very clearly within range 3. And Sulu also then performs an action listed on my action bar as a free action. Oh. Yes. Now, unfortunately, the order of play needs to be that I need to do my normal action before I do Mr. Spock. So in the future, I need to do that better.
That's quite all right. I don't mind.
Well, so I would also scan.
Of course.
So, but in the future, if I do that, don't let me do that.
No problem.
Because I do need to be playing that correctly. So in the future, I need to take my normal action.
Very good.
And then I need to do that. But more than likely, my normal action will be to re-enable Sulu so that I can continue to trigger that combo.
Indeed.
I believe that puts it at your turn with your 8s.
Benjamin Sisko does a turn 3.
Okay. Is that a white or a red maneuver?
That's in a white maneuver.
Ah, very good. Yes, the Defiant is quite a little ship. It's agile little ship. Alrighty.
So he'll be turning into the board.
Yes. I didn't think you were flying yourself off the board. So that puts him at range 2 of the Constitution or range 3 of the Enterprise D. Just if you want that
Who's
kind
on
of...
board the Enterprise D again?
Sorry, say what?
Actually, no. I will lock on to the Enterprise D.
Okay. All right. The Enterprise D has been target locked. All right. And is that all for Sisko?
That's all for Sisko. And now, Jean-Luc Picard on the Sutherland becomes the head 4.
The head 4. This is a fascinating maneuver. And not a collision, but I do need to raise your ship up. Because the ships are touching. But...
So no action.
No. The ship models are touching.
Ah, very good.
But the ship bases are not touching.
Glorious.
It's one where the having the saucer ships does not allow for a lot of flexibility.
Of course.
But
give me one moment. I'm just going to grab a glass of water.
Okay, not a problem. Yeah, since I have some finagling. So, yeah, so Alex has actually done something very, very cunning here. By getting in at range 1, and point blank range 1, I mean, you can't get much closer than that. And knowing that he has Picard for the extra defense die and a guaranteed crit, and knowing that he's shooting before Spock, even with all the tricks that Spock has, yes, he's going to be taking a lot of damage. But he is in a good place here. He knows he's down in numbers, but it's a good thing.
Hello again.
All right. Action for Picard.
Ships am I in? How many of your ships has the Sutherland? Sorry. How many ships can shoot at the Sutherland this round?
Well, definitely the Enterprise D.
Okay.
You know what? The Defiant can, and it's range 2. And I'm going to need to get out my laser to actually see if I can get you with the Constitution, because it is really close.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's a laser level that you get at like the home improvement store. So, and all it does is project a straight line.
Oh yes, a chap. Well, our dear friend and Crybank maybe has one.
Ah, yeah. So, I don't know if this will show up on camera, but here's what happens. I clip the plastic of your base, but I do not clip the base plate template, the cardboard. In my rules, I have always said that is not a hit. That's how I play it. Somebody else may play that differently. If I was ever at a big tournament, I'd ask. But I have always said from my games that doesn't count. So I cannot shoot you with the Constitution.
I've actually always said that it does.
Ah.
So, shall we do the rolling dice thing?
Sure. Sure.
Which is actually quite fascinating because we encountered a scenario in which I wanted to be wrong.
Yes, you want to be wrong, I want to be right, but we're actually arguing for the other side. Which is quite fascinating. Like, I think this just goes to show that we're both being so sporting about this. That we want it, neither of us... both of us want to win, but neither of us has to win.
Yes.
So here's what we're going to do. Rather than do the whole 5 dice, looks like there are 2 hits, and there are 3 blanks plus battle stations.
In which case, congratulations. Wait, well, for you.
Yeah,
So I am enough.
you are in arc. So that means for the rest of the game, if the plastic is touching, or if the arc goes through the plastic, then we will call that a hit.
Okay.
Right? Because we want to be consistent for the game.
So for my action, and I am at range 1 of the U.S.S. Enterprise D.
Yes, very much so. And I should actually check and tell you what range you are of the Constitution class. That is also going to be range 1 of the Constitution. Sorry, what?
And is it the same Constitution class that's in front of the Defiant?
It is the same Constitution that is in front of Benjamin Sisko's Defiant. It is not the same that is in front of Spock's Defiant. Yeah, you've got this is the one that's in front of Spock's Defiant, and then that's the one that's in front of Sisko's Defiant and the Nebula.
I will. I will have a dodge. An evade.
An evade, okay. So the Sutherland has evaded. So yes, Ben Sisko firing on the Enterprise D. Yes, you can do that. All right. So you are firing on the D. Yeah. All right. So again, 5 dice coming in. All right, 5 dice. You have 1 hit and 3 battle stations and 1 blank.
I will use Ben Sisko's ability to reroll one of those dice.
Okay. Do you care which one?
Not the hit.
Well, yes. I'll reroll the blank for you. It comes up blank again.
That is a shame.
That is a crying shame.
Are you rolling your defense die?
Well, I believe I must. That is not even an optional step. And there is no poetic justice in this world. It's an evade.
Of course. Never mind. And well, so we go to to Jean-Luc Picard.
Yes.
And he also fires on the Enterprise D.
Yes, he does. With 5 dice. I'm going to roll the other 5 dice for you.
Fair enough. But I will, I'll use his ability to guarantee one of them to crit.
Correct. So we have 1 crit, and now you are rolling 4 dice. And you got a crit, a hit, and 2 battle stations.
So your defense dice step?
Yes. My defense die comes in, and it is an evade. So 2 crits get through. Fortunately for me, I have 2 shields. So the Enterprise D is down to 1 shield.
Okay.
Alright, so my 7s now. Well, my Enterprise D is going to use its ability. During the roll attack dice step of the combat phase, I may disable one of my active shields to gain +1 attack die. So I am now rolling 6 plus 1 for range 1. So I'm going to be rolling 7 dice and firing on the Sutherland.
Okay.
Now I know Picard gives you an extra defense die, and Shelby lets you re-roll.
And multi-adaptive shields gives me an extra 1.
Ah, so you will be rolling 3 defense dice, and you are able to. Sorry, it's been so long since I played Shelby without Borg, I actually forget what she does.
She only gives me the reroll.
Right, she doesn't give you any bonuses. But she does let you can reroll all your blanks. Alright, hey, that's not a bad ability at all. Alright, so I'm rolling my 7 dice. I have 4 hits, 2 battle stations, and a blank. I think I'm going to just use my battle stations token to turn my 2 battle stations into hits. So I have 6 hits. I have exhausted my battle station token. I do have a scan token, so you roll 1 less defense die.
I'm afraid not. Multi-adaptive lets me roll my full defense.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. I remembered I loved that card for a reason.
It's just proving to be quite useful right now.
Okay, so I have 6 hits. Yes, while you still have shields. Alright, so your 3 defense dice. 3 evades.
3 evades, so 3 hits only.
Yes, and you have an evade token. Do you wish to spend that?
Oh, I do. Yes, I do.
So.
That is glorious.
So you only take 2 hits.
Indeed.
Alright, so the Sutherland is down to 2 shields.
Oh, what a good ship. Well done.
I know, I do like the Sutherland. It is a good ship.
I'm so glad I performed an evade. That was incredibly useful.
Yeah, you would have done some damage if you had performed battle stations, but it's that pros and cons.
Yeah, I need to survive.
You got to survive. When you don't have the numbers on your side, it's risky.
Indeed, I mean the quantum strike is just appalling.
Yeah, it's why I'm not a fan of secondary weapons at all. But when you're dealing with Defiant class ships, I think you have to have something.
Yeah.
All right. So my other 7 is the Regents, and I'm attacking your Mr. Spock, and I am just at range 3. So that means you will be getting an extra defense die.
So I'll be rolling 4 defense dice.
Yes, because you have Tom Paris. All right, so I get 5 attack dice, and I have a target lock and a battle station. So hopefully this nets me 5 hits. Well, I have 2 hits, 2 blanks, and a battle station, so I will spend my target lock to re-roll my blanks and leave the battle station. And I rolled a hit and a crit. Right, which you turn back to a hit, and then I spend my battle station to turn my battle station to a hit. So I have 5 hits. All right, and now you get 3 defense dice.
Cool.
2 for the ship, 1 for Tom Paris, and 1 for range. 1 for range. 4 plus you have an evade token.
Glorious.
Yes. Glorious for you, terrible for me. However, you only got 1 evade. You have 2 evades in total.
I lose 3 shields.
Yes, you do, which means that Mr. Spock only has 1 shield left on his Defiant.
Indeed. So now...
You're
your
6.
my 6.
You're 6 before my 6. Because when you have initiative, you get to do everything first.
I will... is it just the Constitution that's at range 1?
Yes. And so that's a ship you
Anyone
may
else?
want to take out before it shoots back.
So, currently at 4, I will disable my tactical station to gain an additional dice to go up to 5 dice.
Okay. Okay. So, 5 dice. Right.
If I'm scanning it.
Yes. You're scanning, so I get no defense. You got 1 hit, 2 blanks, and 2 battle stations.
Mr. Valtane kicks in and rerolls those 2 blanks.
Yes. Yes, he does. And you got 1 hit.
So 2 hits.
2 hits on me. So my Rachel Garrett's Enterprise or Constitution now has no shields. Because she rolls no defense dice. Alright, so I believe I am up to my 6. So Miles, the U.S.S. Defiant kicks in, and I attack your Sutherland at range 2. So we've got no dice exchanging sides either way. I get 4 attack dice. You get a whole bunch of defense dice. I get 1 hit, 1 blank, and 2 battle stations. Oh, sorry, this dice should not be there. So I will spend my battle station token to make that 3 normal hits.
I'll have 3 defense dice, please.
Certainly. 1 blank and 2 battle stations.
So I'll reroll the blank?
Right, with Shelby. Evade.
Okay, so 2 hits. My shields are gone.
Your shields are gone. But that's why you have O'Brien.
Indeed.
To repair your shields. That's why you have multi-adapter shields, to have repaired shields.
Problem is I would suffer 1 more attack now.
Yes. Right, so it's my 1s. Now, it's like, do I want to be cruel and fire a range 3 shot with Rachel Garrett? But I think I shall take the range 1 on Spock.
Very good.
With 5 dice and my battle station. Oh! I went 3 hits, a crit, and a battle station.
Wow.
So I'm going to pile on and make that 4 hits. 4 hits and a crit.
I'll have 3 defense dice?
Yeah. One evade.
Ooh, I think that ship is dead.
I think that ship is dead too. Yeah, because you have 3 hull. You would have had to go perfect on that roll.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's hit him down.
That is a dead ship. Here lies the remains of the Defiant. It is no more.
Just down to Sisko and Picard now.
Yeah. And then lastly, that Constitution all the way over there is going to take a shot at Picard at range 1 with 5 dice and get 3 hits and spin a battle station to make it a 4th.
Okay. That's what range again?
Range 1.
So 2 defense dice.
No, just 1. Because you don't have shields.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have Picard. You have Picard. You're right. I'm so not used to seeing Picard 8, but in a fleet pure environment, he's almost better than Picard 9. Actually, I would argue that in a fleet pure, he is better than Picard 9. All right, 2 dice, and you get 2 of 8s. There is a little bit of justice. So you take 2. Yeah, 2. The Nebula gets 2, has 4 hull. All right.
So this is Dave in
and I think
the editing booth,
that brings
and
us to the end
I just realized that I rolled 5 attack dice with the Constitution, and it wouldn't have made a difference when I attacked the Defiant, but when I went on the Sutherland, it actually did matter.
That is at least interesting for people
because
to look
the
at.
Constitutions roll 3 dice.
I think that's
normally range 1 they'd get a 4th. So kind of a big deal. But anyways, I've talked to Alex and apologized for that mistake. Probably didn't make a difference in the outcome of the game long term. But yeah. Anyways, back to the game. Thanks for watching.
You could certainly pile on.
Hey, Dave again. So at this point, Alex played his positron beam to give my Enterprise D a second auxiliary power token. You can't really hear him do it, but I was telling him that it was a brilliant strategy call.
Yes, it means
and I really did mean it, because it is a great call. Just wanted to do voiceover so that you guys knew what was going on.
Oh, this will be fun. All right, so let's start with Rachel Garrett's Constitution. She's doing a 2 hard turn. She took care of business. Now it's time to go find new prey. Yes, I'm aware that her base plate says Cardassian Galler class. That's only so that I had the correct firing arc.
Quite all right.
And she will do a battle stations. My other Constitution, this is where things get wild, is doing a 2 reverse.
Okay.
And I really hope that doesn't collide. Yeah, I was talking to somebody today, and I said, you know what? The thing that I see way too often from people is that they fear doing reverse maneuvers because of the auxiliary power token. And,
reverse maneuvers are some of the most glorious things that a ship can do.
Yeah, and I said, Klingon players don't fear comebouts.
No, that they do not.
Why do Federation and Romulan players fear reverses? If they position you in a place where you can shoot your opponent, shouldn't that be the point?
Yes, indeed.
And they didn't really have a response for me, and I was like, something to think about. All right, the ISS Defiant is doing a 1 bank. Oh, that's longer than I thought.
1 bank.
Oh, and I collide.
Really?
I hit you.
No actions for the ISS Defiant.
No actions for the ISS Defiant. I almost made it. If it was in X-Wing, I would have cleared you. Oh, that hurts. Oh well. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do the Galaxy class. It's doing a 3 straight. I gotta find my 3 straight. So I'm actually going to, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark out the, Sutherland, because I'm almost certain that I clear. I just have to have a means of figuring out how far I do it. I'm looking for my 1 straight so that I can mark you. I know where I end up again because my ISS Defiant bumped you, but just to have a place to go. So the 3 straight. This thing. All right. Yeah, definitely going to clear. Just a matter of fitting her all in. And now I am really glad that I put that aft phaser emitter on the Enterprise. Of course, you'll have moved, but I'm okay with that. Now, that was a green maneuver. So I removed 1 of my auxiliary power tokens.
But certainly not the other.
But certainly not the other.
Thank you, Positron Beam.
Yes. Oh, that was a brilliant play. That was... I love that play. That's... Being able to throw a second auxiliary power, just...
Contextually, it's magnificent.
Yes. I mean... Yeah. I don't want to come sounding... I don't want to sound smug. But...
No, you're not.
In a different game... in a Dominion game, if you were playing Dominion, that kind of a move would probably win you the game. You certainly limited my action or my movement choices, which is great. And I think anytime you can do that, because now I've got to do another green maneuver if I ever want to do actions again. And lastly, my Regent's flagship is doing a 2-bank.
Okay, well, here's where things get fun and wild.
Well, hold on. I do have actions to do with the Regent, or an action to do with the Regent's flagship. And the Regent's flagship is going to do Admiral Worf to target the ISS Defiant to shoot at the Nebula, or to shoot at the Sutherland, which gives me 5 dice. So Admiral Worf lets me do an attack in the action phase.
He does. This would be the end. Oh, wait, no. And that should do it since it bumped.
All the bump does is stop it from doing actions. And it's the Regent's flagship that's doing the action to target a friendly ship with a hull value of 3 or less. Which the Defiant definitely fits that. So the Defiant takes the aux power, and then it's doing an attack. And in Star Trek, if you're touching, you can make an attack. You just can't do actions. So, yeah. The whole point of that was being able to get in before you could raise your shields. Yeah, it might be.
Without any dice conversions, there's also the chance that I can get through.
Right. There is.
And it counts an attack, so I get to roll my defense die.
No! What? Blank, blank, battle station, blank, blank.
Oh my word. There is jumping as well.
There is. You were due that. You were due that one. Alrighty. I'm going to Riker and target lock the Sutherland.
Oh, reaction's not done with auxiliary power.
No. The auxiliary power token is only on the Defiant.
Oh, sorry, yes. Riker's on board the Regent's flag.
Yes, he is. No, it perfectly good thing to point out. Very good thing to point out. But yes, Riker's ability is all during the activation phase. Okay. And so that was all part of the Regent's flagship activation phase.
That's a good captain combo. I like that a lot. You get Warp's ability plus Riker's reaction.
Right, you have to have built up Riker's bank. So now Riker doesn't have anything left on his bank. But
it's still a solid end.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Right, because now we're sitting there going, okay, you know. All right, it is your go now.
Okay. Jean-Luc Picard does a banking 3.
Which?
Not a banking. Not a banking. A turn 3.
Turn 3. So the hard turn.
It's basically it should end up behind the Constitution class.
Okay, so just to be sure, it's the 90-degree turn.
So yes, it is the turn.
And then you're turning left.
Yes, to the left of the star.
Okay, so you're turning away from your Defiant.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so you end up, basically away from everybody.
Excellent. I have a 360. I have a dorsal phaser array, so I can hack away.
Yeah, which for you is brilliant.
If I can tell correctly from the picture, only one Constitution class has me within firing range.
Yes, and I will get you what that range is here in a moment. I'm measuring it right now. It is just range 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, I will.
It is like.
See, I want to shoot this round, but I also want the Sutherland to survive.
Well,
now, I could take a risk. I mean, that thing has only 3 attack dice, doesn't it?
4. Oh, sorry, 3. You're right, 3.
So that means I'll be rolling only 1 less defense dice.
Yeah.
Okay. I will have, and I have 2 hit points remaining. That's the problem. How far away is the Enterprise D? What range? Oh, will I be able to use my dorsal phaser array on it?
Yes, it is range 2. Which I should note that the Enterprise D can get you with its aft phaser emitter. Now that's only a 3-die attack.
Oh, is it? Ooh, that's changed things up a little bit.
And it does have you target locked.
It does have me target locked.
So it's a quality 3-die attack.
Okay. Miles O'Brien. It has to be Miles O'Brien. I'll regain my shield.
So that's right. So action: disable this card to repair up to 2 shields.
And I won't be able to attack this round.
Okay.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, but I think you have to have those shields.
Sorry?
I think you have to have those shields.
Yeah, and I mean, I gained 2 shields and defense dice, so it's well worth me doing.
Yes, I think so too. Plus the ability, if I've scanned you, you still get your defense die.
Yeah, it's a really good card, the multi-adaptive. Right, Mr. Sisko will perform a banking 2. Not banking 2, Christ, I always say a turn 2.
A hard turn 2.
But if I could 2, it's right.
It's right. Okay.
believe I should have some ships in range of my aft firing arm.
No, not quite. And that's because nothing went far enough. And the turn 2 isn't actually that far of a turn.
Never mind. In which case, what's called Sisko's ability occurs, which is
you get to re-enable your quantums. Yeah.
And am I able to target lock it?
Yes, you could target lock the Enterprise D, the ISS Defiant, or the Pike's Constitution.
I'll target lock the. Let me just check my photograph again, just to see if I can get.
I could send you a photograph right now if you'd like to see that board state.
Yes, please.
Just because, hey, everything's moved. And, you know, I want to give you the best opportunity to make this work. Because you're seeing, you know, I'm seeing the board such as it is right now. I want you to be able to see the board. They have these really high-powered telescopes. And they affix cameras to them. And it's just, they turned out gorgeous. And I have 4 different maps.
I will lock on to the ISS Defiant.
Okay.
No, actually, sorry, the Constitution.
Okay. We will do that for you.
Okay. And I believe there's only 2 spots of firing this round, which will be from the Enterprise D and the Constitution.
I think the ISS Defiant has you in arc as well. Yeah, the ISS Defiant can shoot at your Defiant.
Does it have aft weapons?
Sorry, the ISS Defiant is facing towards your Defiant.
Oh, it's towards my Defiant. Very good.
Yes. So
actually, is it range 2?
No, the ISS is range 3.
Is anything range 1 to 2?
The Constitution is 2 away.
Not the Enterprise D.
The Enterprise D is range 3. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. In which case, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
We'll get your firing.
Okay. So we're gonna do Enterprise D attacking Sisko's Defiant with the aft phaser emitter.
Okay.
So I get 3 dice on you.
I have 2 defense dice.
Right. And since it's a secondary weapon, there's no bonus defense die. I rolled 1 critical. No, no, and 2 blanks. Alright, so you get 2 defense dice, you said? Yep. Alright, and you rolled nothing.
Ben Sisko uses his ability to reroll one of those dice.
Okay, and you rolled an evade.
Excellent.
Alrighty, so that was a big lot of nothing.
And that disables the weapon system, yeah?
Yes, it does. Yes, big whole lot of nothing. And then we move on, and the ISS Defiant will take a shot at you.
Which ship?
The ISS Defiant will shoot at the U.S.S. Defiant.
Okay.
That is range 3, so this is primary weapon coming in. So it's
3 defense dice to me.
Yes. So 4 attack dice for me, 3 defense dice for you. I rolled 2 hits.
Hang on, 4 dice.
Yeah, the ISS has four dice.
Oh, it does indeed, yeah.
All right. So I had 4 attack dice. I rolled 2 hits. And here comes your 3 defense dice. And you rolled 2 evades. Whole lot of nothing.
Excellent.
And then my Constitution class rolls. I'm going to double check range again. I think we said that was range 2. It is indeed range 2. So I'm rolling 3 attack dice. It rolled 1 hit.
I have 3 defense dice.
2 defense dice. Range 2.
Which again?
Your Defiant class. Sisko's Defiant.
Okay.
This is with Pike's Constitution. And you rolled 1 evade.
Oh, so do I evade everything?
So far.
Glorious.
And now I'm going to see Rachel Garrett's Enterprise is going to take a shot at the Sutherland, and we said earlier that that was just on the border of range 2.
Indeed, 5 reactivated shields, so 3 defense dice.
Yes. So her 3 attack dice, she rolled 1 battle station and 2 planks.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
So I will use my battle station token, since I have it, and have 1 hit.
Okay. So
Hey, there's always a chance that you whiff and whiff. So you get 3 evade dice, you said?
Yep.
All right. You got 2 evades. Yep. Well, you got 2 evades.
Oh, glorious.
So, well, that was a whole lot of nothing. I think the dice just kind of evened out there. Yeah. Well, hey. You needed that round. And honestly, I wanted that round because that round shows that this game is not a runaway. Rachel Garrett's Constitution is doing a 2 bank to the left. Probably colliding with something because, well, that's what happens. I'm trying to give an overview of what's going to happen because I think it's going to be fun to watch.
Okay.
And if I pull this maneuver off, which I'm not, I am going full steam ahead into my Enterprise D and colliding right there. Okay, so she gets no action. I'm okay with that. Pike's Enterprise is doing a 1 bank to the left, heading towards your Defiant, clearing his auxiliary power token. And he will target lock you. Okay. So, Pike's Constitution has target locked your Defiant.
Okay.
Alright, next we have my ISS Defiant. It is doing a 2 bank to the left. Again, kind of heading towards where I think your Defiant might end up. With my luck, I'm going to crash into my own Enterprise. Constitution, and I did. Well, that's not my finest moment of flying. So no actions for the Defiant, and it was a white maneuver, not a green. And so I do not remove my auxiliary power.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Spock is going to go next. He does a 1 bank to the left. That's a green, so his auxiliary power has cleared. And his action is going to be to re-enable Sulu.
And then do Sulu's various actions.
Actually, no. I don't think that... No, actually, yeah. I am going to do Sulu's various actions. Only because of... Oh wait, I already have a target lock on the Enterprise. I'm not going to do that. Because I have the Sutherland target locked. So I'm not going to go through that play. I'm going to call it there. And then the Regent's flagship is doing a 2 bank to the left. Again, probably colliding with something.
No, I think you clear it.
I do think I clear it, actually. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
And I will do a battle stations, mostly because it lets me bank it on Riker.
Okay. Sutherland does a turning 3.
So a hard turn?
Yep. Towards the Constitution, if I can see it.
Okay.
So it's left. It's left.
Right. Or correct.
There we go.
Yes. The old teaching someone to drive. Left, right. No, not right, correct. All right.
Range 2 with my DOS weapons on the Constitution.
Almost certainly. Yes, and yeah, just missing the Regent's flagship.
Okay. So I will.
Yeah.
Go to battle station.
Okay.
The Defiant also does a bank 3.
Okay.
Sorry, not a bank. A turn 3.
Turn 3. I think I knew what you meant before you even corrected yourself.
Yeah. And it goes left.
Correct. Well, because right would take you towards the edge of the board, which again I was figuring you didn't want to do.
And do I exit the arc of your weapons?
That is what I am looking at here. I'm going to get the laser out just because it's easier to see. You clear the Constitution.
Excellent.
But you do not clear the ISS. You are smack dab in the ISS.
What about the neg bar?
Oh, yeah, way out.
Excellent.
Yeah, the neg var would probably have you at range 3. Yeah, in fact, you are range 3 away from the neg var, but it's a matter of arc.
Okay,
and the
so
arcs are way away.
So I'll only be shot out by the ISS.
And I'm sorry, you are going to be... Rachel Garrett's Constitution has you at range 3 now.
Okay. But I will not be firing at anyone this round, so I will perform in the bay.
Yeah, that's correct. Your arcs are such that nothing... If you had a side arc...
Am I at range 3 of the Sutherland?
Oh, let me check that. No, you just miss it.
Never mind. Well, I believe it's the combat phase.
Yes, I believe that as well.
I will fire on the Is it Rachel Garrett's constitution? It's someone's constitution.
Rachel Garrett's is the one that is closest to the Sutherland.
Okay. Picard performs his amazing crit enhancing ability.
Yes. So let me do that. So Picard would normally get 4 dice. So he gets a crit plus 3 dice. Oh, Will's saying Rachel Garrett. Rachel Garrett's just the generic captain.
Yeah, no actual,
No ability. But she's the one that came on the... maybe it wasn't the Prakash, it was the... Oh, she was on the Assimilation Target Prime. And the Enterprise D. Alright, so 3 dice coming in. Hit, battle station.
Oh, I spent my battle station. It's good to convert those to hits.
I'm with you there. Alright.
How many shields did the Rachel Garrett have?
None. So I'm in a roll evade for life. Okay. And if I whiff, I'm dead. Oh, it's a battle station. I'm a dead man.
Does she not have battle stations?
She bumped.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a kill.
You got a kill. I'm a dead ship.
Does that remove the Defiant from one of its situations?
Yes, it does.
Oh, that is double good news.
Yes, it is. And that is the advantage of high captain skill.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, I believe now the next shot belongs to Smiley in the ISS.
I keep thinking International Space Station whenever.
I know. I don't even know what they officially said ISS stood for in the show. But... well, they probably never actually said anything. I'm almost certain that's going to be range 2. Yeah, it is range 2. So I get 4 dice. He has no tokens, so this is all just straight up. Oh, hit, crit.
Okay, so I have 2 defense dice and a dodge next to my ship.
Yes, you do. So...
you can tell I'm playing next to him when I count and I call it a dodge.
Yeah. You got 1 evade and 1 blank.
Benjamin Sisko uses marvelous ability to reroll that blank.
And it's still a blank.
So 2 dodges. 2 evades.
Right, so you take a crit, which is just a shield.
Nice. So I'm down to 2 shields.
Correct.
3 hull.
Yep.
That's the first time this game Benjamin Sisko's ability. Oh no, the second time Benjamin Sisko's ability hasn't paid off. So, 50-50 is good.
50-50 is good. Yeah, I like the ability. He's not amazing, but he's one that you sit there and you go, playable. Certainly a playable captain.
Certainly improved with the fleet captain or with an admiral, because 6 isn't fantastic.
6 is not. Yeah, 6 is not fantastic.
But with the fleet captain, it makes it seem more worthwhile.
Yeah, if you can get him to 7 even, right, you don't even have to get him to 8. Nobody's sneezing at 8. Right? 8 certainly put you above my top line.
Yeah. I believe it's the maneuvering.
I do as well. So I'm going to clear off some of these battle station and yeah, there's an evade token over there that I'll get. I'm too lazy to get up sometimes. I'm just like, I'll get back to that. Okay, so my my constitution is doing a 2 hard turn to the left, which is going to send it away from your Defiant. Back towards my Regent's flagship in the D. And then I'm going to grab my maneuver or my action basket because that's just easier. I'm going to. I don't think anything will actually be shooting at me, but I'm going to evade. And then. The ISS Defiant is doing a one banked towards the Constitution. I'll get you a picture of what this looks like. That was a green maneuver, so it clears its auxiliary power, and it will do. It will evade. And then the Regent's flagship is doing a 2 hard turn. That's a red maneuver. So it takes an auxiliary power. And then the Galaxy is doing a 3 hard turn. And that is also a red maneuver.
Okay.
So let me get you a picture of what ward state looks like if you want, or I can wait until after you move.
Yeah, let's move. Well, if we move both of my ships, then no, it's actually one at a time, really. All right, we'll start off with Jean-Luc Picard.
Okay.
Doing a banking 2 to the left.
Okay. Alrighty.
I think that should turn me in towards your ships.
Yeah, they've kind of run away from you, but everything's actually further than range 2 away. But
is it range 3?
You do. The Enterprise D is about a quarter of an inch outside of range 3 in your primary arc.
The Negvar?
The Negvar is within range 3, but not in your primary arc.
Oh, never mind then.
Well, you could target lock it and have it.
I will certainly do that.
Alright.
And now Ben Sisko's does another turn 3.
Okay.
In left.
Right, you're correct. Gotcha. Oh, we're gonna have some firing now.
Okay. Who do I have in the front half of my ship?
The Regent's flagship at range 1.
What about the Enterprise D?
I'm going to laser just to see. Yeah, so you get the Enterprise D. It's in arc, and now I'm going to check range. Yes, the Enterprise D, I'm going to call it right at range 3. It's like right on the edge, but the Negvar's in the way for me to get like a perfect shot. So I'm going to say you're right on the edge of range 3.
Okay, I'll lock on to the Enterprise D.
Okay. Oh, sorry. You have a lock on the Constitution. Do you want to just... You'd have to move it over.
Yes, I won't be firing on it this round.
Okay.
So it's the attack phase.
Yes, it is. Do you want to picture a board state right now, or do you want to wait until the end?
May as well wait until the end.
Okay.
Then Sisko fires quantum torpedoes at the it only has one shield left, doesn't it?
That is correct.
Well, if all goes to plan, I get 6 hits, and I get 5 hits in those, and you roll no dodges, then I first.
That would be plan.
I doubt that'll happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So, right, you got 5 dice coming in. You got hit, crit, and 3 blanks.
Then Sisko re-rolls one of the blanks.
Yep. It's a hit.
So 2 hits, 1 crit, so you need to roll your defense dice.
Yes, I do. And it is an evade.
So 1 standard hit, which is in fact 2 hits, and then a crit.
Right. Well, so the 1 hit takes out my shield. And then a hit goes to my hull for the quantum torpedo effect.
Yep.
And I take a crit, which is a direct hit, so I take an extra damage.
Really?
Yes.
That's not terrible in the slightest.
No! Of all the crits to take, that's one of the better ones. Although considering I'm under Ox Power, the Ox Power crit wouldn't be bad at this point either.
That's so true.
Alright, so Sisko has fired. Picard cannot fire this round. Because he's too far out. Which leaves it to my shots. So starting with 7s, the only 7 that works for me is going to be the Regents. So that gives me 6 dice at range 1. So 5, yeah. 5 from Riker, or 5 from the ship, 1 for range 1. And this is on the Defiant. And I've got a cocked die, but it would probably settle on blank.
It's up to you. You may reroll it if you want.
It would settle on blank. It was just barely hanging up, and it was literally just barely off. So it wasn't like it was sideways and had a lot of potential to keep rolling. It was just barely off. So that's going to be 4 hits and a blank in battle station. I have no means of re-rolling anything.
Sure. 2 defense dice myself.
Yes. And you get nothing.
Whoa. So that is me down to 1 hit point on the line.
Yes, but you live, which arguably is the most important thing.
It really is.
Because it makes me take another shot on you. Oh. If you want, I think that is all my ships that can fire. Yeah. Everything else is done. Alrighty. So, ISS, or Constitution class, is doing a 2 hard turn coming back into battle. That turn really is not as big as you think it is.
No, it's so much smaller.
Yeah. The 2 bank is really wide, but the 2 turn is really not. It's like, wow. Alright, the ISS Defiant is doing a 3 come about.
The flip.
The flip. Because
So it stresses itself out?
it stresses itself out, but it's going to get back in the fight. I'm going to do the Regent's flagship first. It does a 1 straight ahead. That is a green. It clears auxiliary power. It is going to take Riker's battle station. And then it is going to change its target lock over to the Defiant.
Okay.
Which gives Riker a target lock. All right, and then the Galaxy class is doing a one bank, going north or west, or going left.
I see it. Okay.
And then I need to do my action with that because that was green and it cleared its aux power. And it will check to see if we can lock on. Yes, it will scan. No, sorry. It will evade. And then it will disable Sulu. I'm Mr. Spocking. To disable Sulu, to target lock. I'm already target locked. Can I target lock a ship that I'm already target locked? I don't believe I can.
No, I think it's only with the super lock-on thing you get.
I'm not saying can I retarget. I'm saying can I actually do a target lock action if I'm already target locked on you?
I don't think you can perform the same action twice unless the...
Well, I'm not saying target. I know I can't do the same action twice in the same round. I've target locked you previously in a prior round. Yeah, I'm just wondering because Sulu's action is to acquire a target lock on you. But can I acquire a target lock on a ship that I've already acquired a target lock on? And I don't know that I can, but I don't know that I can't. And that's a weird question. You know what? Just to avoid things, I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm just taking my evade. And I will be done. So it is your turn.
The Defiant banks 3.
Okay.
Banked, not turned, definitely banked.
Banked towards my ships.
Yes, left.
Yeah. Okay.
So towards your ships.
Okay, you are directly facing the Constitution class.
Am I capable of... Oh, yes. Sisko... Well, first of all, am I capable of locking onto your... What range am I of the Enterprise D? Can I shoot it?
Range 2, and yes, you have me in your arc.
Okay, so Fleet Captain, the Quantum Torpedoes, lock on.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, you already were locked on to me. Oh wait, sorry, I never got rid of that target lock from last round. So,
well, there we go. It's back on.
It's back on. So yes.
And now, the Sutherland does a turn 2. A 2-turn left.
Okay. And that's a white. Okay.
And I'm at range 3 of the Constitution.
Most certainly. I think you are actually at range 2 of the Constitution. Yes, you are at range 2 of the Constitution.
But range 3 of the Enterprise D.
Yes, range 3 of the Enterprise D.
One group. many shields does that Constitution have remaining?
2. It has not taken a hit.
Okay, I'll go to battle stations.
Okay.
So, the first order of business is Benjamin Sisko fires his quantum torpedoes at the Enterprise D.
Okay. Okay, give me a moment to get back over to the firing range. All right, so we got 5 dice coming in. All right, you got 2 hits, a battle station, and 2 blanks.
Benjamin Sisko rerolls one of the dice.
Okay. And it is a battle station.
Okay. So you roll your 1 defense dice?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait a minute. That means your ship's dead anyway.
Not necessarily, because I did have an evade token.
Oh, yes, of course.
But I rolled a blank. So yes, it does mean my ship is dead.
Bye-bye, Enterprise. Bye-bye.
Yep. So, I spend my evade token. Oh wait, no! I have 2 hull.
Yes, quantum torpedo, 1 hit counts as double.
Yes.
So
You're right. Yeah. So, I spend my 1 evade token. But that does not matter. Because... yeah, because the first hit counts double.
And now, Jean-Luc Picard fires upon the thing we've got, Constitution class, I believe. Is that, can he fire upon anybody else?
Let me check. Yes, he does have the Regent's flagship at range 3.
And what shield does the Regent's flagship have?
The Regent's has 3 shields and 7 hull.
I'm going to target the Constitution class.
Okay.
Actually, this may be the only chance I get to use the Sutherland ability. But then again, do I want to try and save the Defiant? Oh, that's a quandary.
That is a good quandary.
I'm going to try and save the Defiant. Picard grants me a crit.
Yes. So who are you shooting at?
The Constitution.
Okay. So you've got a crit. And then 3 dice coming in. And you've got a battle station token. And you've got a... Picard's target locked... Oh, Picard's target locked on the Regents.
Oh, is it?
But, I mean, you can't re-roll a die that you re-roll. So...
Yeah, so no, there's not much point. I'll carry on with the attacking.
The Constitution. Okay. Just making sure. That was information you didn't remember, because it's been a while since you've done that. Alright, you got 2 hits and a blank.
Okay, so that's fine for me.
Okay, so it's hit, crit. And I roll a battle station. I am not going to use my token. So I'm going to take the 2 hits to my shields and take a crit to my hull.
Please be weapon
No, it is engine room fire. Treat all turns as red.
That's not terrible, but never mind.
Yeah. Alright. Now I get to do some shoosting.
That you do.
Alright, so. The Regent's flagship is going to use its ability, which is, instead of making a normal attack with your primary weapon, you may fire in any direction at up to 2 enemy ships at range 1 with 4 attack dice each.
Ooh, always good.
And since it's range 1, I get the bonus die. So it's 5 dice. So I will be shooting at your Defiant, because that's the only ship at range 1. Oh, I got a crit, 2 blanks, and 2 battle stations. So I will hold the crit, hold the battle stations, and I will use my target lock to re-roll the 2 blanks. They come up hit blank. So I will spend the battle stations token to make it a crit and 3 hits.
In which case, you successfully kill Sisko's Defiant.
Huzzah! Well, let's roll the defense dice anyways. Just to be formal about it. So you get 2 defense dice. They are double evade.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
And then you take hit.
You know what, Ben? I will fly with you again, Ben Sisko. You've served me proud. You've done me proud today.
And if you were curious, the crit would have been a power disruption. That's the auxiliary power one. That's all part of the game state. Like, you get to know the crit that you would take. Yeah, Ben Sisko did you very well today.
Oh man, I am very impressed with Ben Sisko.
So, the board dwindles.
Indeed it does.
And now it is Pike's Constitution is the last to shoot here. Can you get revenge? So range 2, he gets 3 dice. And this is, of course, on Picard. Hit battle station. He'll spin the battle station to make it 3 hits.
Nice. You need defense dice for my glorious self.
Yes. And you go double evade in a battle station.
This one shall be in which case I suffer 1 hit to my shield.
Yes, you do. Although, I still have your battle station next to your ship. Did you use your battle station on your attack?
Oh.
Because I don't think you did.
No, I had a blank, didn't I?
You did.
Yes, converted.
Yeah. Because I've been pretty good about moving tokens.
Yes.
Okay, so you evade it.
Marvelous. But I'm afraid, due to the fact that it's of course past 3 in the morning here, I am going to concede defeat because it's been a glorious game. But
Alright, Dave here again.
Yeah,
at this point, Alex had to call it a night. He had worked night shift and he needed to get some sleep. But it was also, down to a 3-on-1. I had Tasha still on the ISS Defiant, and we pretty much decided that by the time he destroyed the Defiant, I probably would have taken the Sutherland with me.
Well, when you get to ISS,
not to mention
Tasha
having
would have gone off,
3 ships to be able to eventually
and I would have been rolling
get
4
shots
dice
of the
against
Sutherland.
you.
He might have been able to take out 1 or 2 of mine. It would have been interesting to play it out, but this is not the last time we're going to be playing this.
Immediately make 1 free attack.
But
against
yeah,
your ship
so
with
that
4
is
attack
the
dice.
inaugural
If the target ship is in your
game
forward
with me
arc,
playing via Skype
that ship rolls 2 less defense.
and managing my own board. I had a blast. I'm looking forward to doing it more. Yeah, if you're interested at all in playing me, get a hold of me on the Facebook community. I'm there, David Montgomery,
you might have, but
send me a private message and happy to talk to you, or leave a comment in the YouTube comments, and happy to talk to you. Hey, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, guys.
Well, and Picard would have helped. Once you punched through the Regent's flagship shields,